I can remember being in summer school in Harlan, and one of the sisters talked about how she was working with seniors in high school and they didn't know what they wanted to be. And I thought, my goodness, how could anybody be that old and not know what they wanted to be? But this day and age, it's pretty common for people not to know what they want to be when they are seniors in high school. But I think that it's important that people think about what God might be calling them to do early in life. And so it's important that youngsters in grade school, in middle school, in high school, at least know the option that there is such a thing as a religious vocation. And they're probably not going to have met sisters in the classroom. So it would be very good if they could do programs like call a convent and find out if they can shadow a sister and see what a sister does, or if the sisters are working in soup kitchens or doing particular kinds of ministry where they can come and help out. Because it's hard to know if you might be called to that ministry if you don't know anyone who's doing it. But I think the important thing is to remember that you are very, very loved by God and that you have a purpose. And I think sometimes young people today see so many horrible things that are happening, and particularly those who are living in a violent part of the city think, my goodness, I'm not going to live to grow up anyway, so it doesn't matter. But it is very, very important, because God is calling you to a particular state in life, whether that's married or single or religious life, and you need to think about what are the advantages and the disadvantages and what God might be saying to you. So I think it's important that first of all you get to know some religious, and then secondly that you find time to be quiet. That's very hard in today's society, but you need the time to either take 5 minutes in the morning or 5 minutes in the evening and just talk to God. You don't have to say formalized prayer. You just need to talk to God about either what's going to happen in your day or what did happen in your day, and talk to Him about, what do you want me to do when I grow up? How can I best be of service to you? And I think the important thing to remember is you're going to be the happiest doing whatever God would like to see you be doing. And it doesn't take any particular skills to be a religious woman, any different than the skills it would take you to be a good wife and mother. They're the same kinds of skills. You just need to be concerned about people, and you need to have and try to grow a relationship with God, because it's all about relating to God, about talking with God. One of the things that I think makes it harder for girls to join religious communities in this day and age is that we have smaller families. And so most families only have 1 or 2 kids. And one of the things that surprised me the first time I heard it when I was doing vocation work was a parent saying, well, I want grandchildren. And I thought, honey, what you ought to be saying is, I want my child to be happy. It's more important that your child is happy than that you have grandchildren. And so I think that for you to be sure that you have priests and religious into the future, you have to be willing to recognize that that's an option for your child, and that maybe that is the thing that God is calling them to. And surely the thing you want most for your child is that they're doing what God wishes for them and that they're spending eternity with God. Sometimes we lose that concept in our busy world that, life does end as we know it, but eternity, I mean, I can't even fathom what eternity is. And when you look at this world, this planet we live in, and we're traveling through space at such a fast speed I can't remember, and you're going on and on and on, and we're not going to fall off the edge of the universe, then you can get some kind of a concept of what eternity is. So it's important that we find how we can best serve God during our lifetimes.